It has been a fantastic 5 days of championship level bowling here at the Pacific Indoor Bowling Club, and we are here to bring you the championship final of the inaugural Pacific Coast Open mixed pairs. My name's Bill Curry along with Rob Barrage, and our final today features experienced bowlers versus some dynamic youth bowlers. Kerry Mans and Rainbow Lung taking on the youthful crew of Nathaniel Hoy and Jillian Poon. And we're expecting a very exciting finish to this tournament.
Indeed, the rise of Nathaniel, 21 years playing out of Granville Park, teaming up with Jillian Poon, who comes from a family of bowlers, her father David and her daughter Gwyneth, all great competitive. Actually, I think her uncle Richard plays as well. So it's a lot of experience for a young bowler, and Nathaniel already a few junior medals in provincial play. Of course, going up against Kerry Mans, who's been synonymous in tournament play all around the Lower Mainland. Played for the national team. Virtually knows everyone. Rainbow Lung, who's represented Canada in Bristol some years ago, I think it was 2018. And she's won a number of awards here at PIBC in tournaments. So some very distinguished pedigree for this final. And it's been just watching Nathaniel, for one, who hasn't been phased in any of the challenges he's had so far. He's been very strong. And Jillian just consistent all the way through. But consistency is what Rainbow is all about. Kerry Mans, a very dynamic bowler, has a lot in the tool chest there. He's a great driver, a good draw bowler. What more can I say? This should be a really, really great match.
And we talk a bit about the way that our young bowlers have developed. PIBC has played a role in the development of young bowlers in Canada for many, many years. And we've got some greetings from two of the most recent successful bowlers, Kelly McClarahan and Emma Boyd, both of them making their way through PIBC all the way down to Australia, where they are prime bowlers in their own right.
Greetings from down under, it's Kelly McCarahan here. Just wanting to wish everyone a warm welcome to the Pacific Coast Open at the PIBC. I have so many fond memories of playing at the PIBC, from national team training camps to Canadian indoor championships, where I was fortunate enough to win 3 consecutive titles in 2012, 13, and 14. That's led to the opportunity to play in international indoor events, which has contributed greatly to my player development and the player I am today. So enjoy the tournament, the camaraderie, the love of the game, and good bowling, everyone.
Hi everyone, it's Emma Boyd in Australia. I've been on the national team for 6 or 7 years now, and I definitely attribute a lot of my successes to practicing and playing in leagues at PIBC. I've really enjoyed my time there. Good luck, good bowling in the Pacific Coast Open, and most important, have a lot of fun.
The Pacific Coast Open is brought to you in part by the Rosedale on Robson Suite Hotel, ideally located so you can easily enjoy everything Vancouver has to offer just steps from your suite.
And we're just wrapping up the trial ends here prior to start of today's championship final between the rink of Kerry Mans and Rainbow Lung, who we just featured in our semi-final match, up against Nathaniel Hoy and Jillian Poon, who was part of a very thrilling quarterfinal match, which we had earlier this afternoon, in what has been just a jam-packed day of excellent bowls.
Oh gosh, it's overwhelmed by some of the performances, because it's the talent that has been at this tournament has been second to none, and a great mixture of new bowlers. And I mean, we saw teams in the mixed pairs that were, the teammates, if you combined their bowling history, it was under 10 years playing against other bowlers that combined were over 60. So we have so much experience, but also too a great wave of new and upcoming bowlers learning and loving the game.
And I just want to take a moment as well, just prior to this match, to thank everybody who has tuned in to the live stream of these matches. Quite surprised by the numbers that we've received and the great feedback that we've been given. This is our really first venture into live streaming here at PIBC, and from the sounds of it, it will not be the last.
Yeah, no, we've been taking in some great numbers, and we've been hearing from people from Hong Kong, across Canada, as far east as Montreal, and as far south as Chile. So we are touching as many points as we can on the globe. So that's really encouraging,
Yeah.
and thank you all.
Yeah, we are not the BBC or the Australian Broadcasting Company, but with the facilities that we had and sort of pretty basic camera setup that we had here today, and knowledgeable people like yourself, Rob, we've been able to put together something that, well, as a friend of mine said, is oddly watchable.
Okay. On that note, does that make us the odd couple?
Oh boy, don't go there. Let us see what happens here, though. It's we've had a great time doing these. It's a lot of work goes into putting on these tournaments, and it wouldn't be possible without all of the volunteers here at PIBC, and also the great cooperation of these bowlers who they're elite, talented athletes, but a lot of them just put their egos aside, and they're generally very nice people as well.
Indeed. And I was talking with Josh Cameron from Calgary. There was one match yesterday, and it was a close battle, and he needed to make the shot to tie it up. And as he was following his bowl up to the head, it fell short. But in the same stride, he just followed through and shook the hand of his opponent, and without a whinge, a complaint, or a curse. It was like, I didn't make the shot, you've won, you played the better game. And that sportsmanship, and I talked to Josh about that later, and I just said that I was so impressed, because I know if I had done that, I probably would have thrown my hands up in the air and let out a silent curse or something. But and he said that's just the nature of their club growing up, is that he started in a small club, but that was always it. It was always doing what's right, to be a good sportsman, and that showed. And we see a lot of that today in the 5 days that we've been having, and that's a real warm, heartfelt experience, and hopefully we'll see more of that in years to come.
Exactly, and the matches are meant to be enjoyable, especially for the players who are there participating with it, and it certainly helps so much when you like the people that you're playing against.
And it is so many people here. Certainly a lot of the teams that were from locally are members of PIBC and play here regularly in leagues. So it is quite a community, a great family, a second family of sorts, and yeah, warm and fuzzy. You're going to make me cry. Stop it, Bill.
The bowlers have finished up their trial ends, and so we're just waiting for the opening bell. We've been featuring matches on Rink 4 throughout this entire tournament, mostly because that's where our cameras are positioned. But for the final match, we have split up the neighboring rink 5, with Rink 4, and created Rink 4.5,
as we like to call it.
And so the great part of having Rink 4.5 is that, as you can see here, our overhead cameras are perfectly centered for this eventuality. So in this case, we will have probably the best coverage of the heads, and we've had good coverage of the heads throughout this tournament, but this one's going to be better.
And let's just recap what happened earlier today. We had the finals of the Bruce Matheson Open Singles, and Will Hall of PIBC was the eventual champion. He defeated Winnipeg's Jerome Kirby in a nail-biter of a match that went right down to the tiebreak and the final bowl. In third place, George Sitt defeated Zoe Chan, and also it went down to a tiebreak. And so other winners were tied for fifth was Ellen Wass from Dunbar, and Rainbow Lung, who of course is playing here in the final. So she's already won some money. She could be fattening that purse a little bit later today if the success follows them. Linda Ng and Jim Aiken from Stanley Park and North Van rounded out the tie for seventh place in the Bruce Matheson Open Singles. And Kerry Mans, who of course is waiting for the start here on rink 4.5. He spoke with Bruce Matheson this morning, and Bruce said that he was very touched to have a tournament named in his name. His health didn't allow him to come out today, but hopefully he's maybe tuned in on the live stream and is watching some of this. Zoe Chan, as we mentioned, finished fourth. She's also won fifth place in the mixed pairs, so she's got some more money. There's the bell.
There's the bell, and this final will be underway, and it looks like Gillian the Rink of Nathaniel Hoy and Gillian Poon will have the mat to open this up.
And we will keep you posted on the other green of the third place, the bronze medal match between Malcolm and Marie Taylor and Ellen Wass and Vivian Chan. And that also too is just getting underway.
Grand prize of $3,000 on the line here in the championship final, and $1,400 in the third place game.
Correct.
And we're off.
Gillian will have the pink bowls. Her partner Nathaniel rolls black, and Rainbow Lung has the purple, and her partner Carrie has the red, white, and blue stripes.
Opening bowl, just a hair short. These two teams have been thrust into the final only maybe about half an hour since the end of the semifinal.
Yes, not a lot of time to catch their breath, and in between the match we did have a draw from Arrow Bowls. Marcella Lim and Dave Sullivan, Arrow reps here in the Lower Mainland. The draw was for two bowlers in this competition that weren't in the money, and the winners were Jan Robinson out of Edmonton and Calgary's John McDonald, who was just finished in the mixed pairs just a couple of hours ago. So congratulations to those bowlers, and we're happy to hear that Arrow Bowls will be back next year as a sponsor of year 2 of the Pacific Coast Open.
Excellent to hear, and for any bowler, new bowls are not a small investment either. Kicking around $600-700, and to get high quality bowls brand new.
Yeah, well, as Pat Bird said when he won his fifth place in the mixed pairs, he said with both Albertans winning a set of bowls, he said bowlers from Alberta will be more than happy to come for year 2. So they're going to be loading up the bus and coming in droves.
So the lead part of the end is in the books, and we'll have the skips for you in just one moment.
The Pacific Coast Open is brought to you in part by Aero Bowls. The same line every time. Manufactured with machine precision, Aero offer unbeaten price and accuracy. Be better than your bet.
And Nathaniel Hoy with his opening bowl of the first end. Jillian Poon with the advantage with her lead bowls as Hoyes pulls in short of the head.
Kerry Mann's coming in on the backhand. Trying to draw in between the two pinks.
And it has the line.
It's a nicer draw. Oh, wow.
That's a perfect draw to the jack. Great start by Kerry Mans.
And this is a tricky one because for members here at PIBC, we're used to playing 4, 5, and 6, and when what we call these championship rinks, they are sort of halfway in between. But it's also very unique because this is an area where we generally would be walking. So what is now the center is an area that through most part of the year, people are walking up and down. So no one's really familiar with how to get that exact line because it's just not something we practice in league play. So this is a challenge, and a lot of people, start off a bit rough, not quite sure what to do, but Kerry Mann seems to have figured this one out real easy. Look at that.
That is a beautiful bowl by Kerry Mans, who immediately found the line. Interesting to note the last Nathaniel Hoy shot certainly had the intent of coming in there, but just bumped off the bowl in front. We have a toucher there. And this one's going to fly wide.
And this is once again the experience factor here. Kerry's played on these championship rinks before. Nathaniel, I don't believe he has. So getting used to these championship rinks may take him a little while to get used to it. So we'll see how the 21-year-old adapts.
Yeah, that is true, as you mentioned. In order to play on rink 4.5, you need to reach some finals.
That's true.
So Kerry Mans with what appears to be a pair to open up this championship final of the Pacific Coast Open Mixed Pairs tournament, and that's certainly the start that he wanted. And Rainbow Lung will take the mat and throw the tee to start end number 2. And looks to be just about 2 meters from the tee line. Both of these leads showing a great draw game throughout this tournament. And you're going to see some very accurate bowls in the early going, I think, here.
Yeah, Rainbow, great line. Yeah, maybe 1.5 foot just shy.
Jillian Poon up next. Umpire asking for silence in the facility as all eyes are on this rink.
A big crowd here, and not so much behind. We do have a lounge just adjacent to the rinks, and that is quite full right now. And but there is a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement here today. So George has been very keen on keeping people under control, as is the head umpire role.
And Rainbow Lung's second bowl is jack high.
Over in the bronze medal match, the Taylors have struck first. They're up 2-0 after one end over Ellen Wass and Vivian Chan. Just talking with Malcolm just moments ago, they've been bowling for over 30 years, and they didn't have much of a break coming into the semifinal. Their quarterfinal ended, and I think they only had maybe 15 minutes to rest up and get going. So they had a bit longer break this time, but still, it's a lot of bowls in one day, and but they're off to a great start.
Jillian Poon had a great draw just to the side there of the jack and is holding. We're surrounded now by Rainbow Lungs bowls, but she still has one more bowl here in the second end. And this is looking good. Might have a little bit too much weight and it drifts on through, but still job done here for the leads here in the second end as the skips head off, and we'll have their bowls for you in just one moment.
The Pacific Coast Open is brought to you in part by Georgia Maine Food Group, proudly delivering simple goodness to its communities since 1955 at both IGA and Fresh Street Market. The Pacific Coast Open.
And Carrie Mans opens up end number 2 for the skips.
And just a reminder, this is a 14-end match, and if they should be tied after that, it will go to a single-end knockout. And they have 1 hour and 50 minutes. That's 10 more minutes than what they had in the round robin, but what we've seen in the knockout rounds, that an hour and 50 minutes seems to be just the right amount of time. Everyone seems to be able to finish up in that time period.
And it's good to have time limits. It's actually been a very, very long day for everyone here at the club, especially the bowlers.
Well, you've been bowling every match. So full credit to you for being on your game.
Speaking about being on their game, Kerry
Wow.
Mans just bumps up his leads bowl, Rainbow Lungs purple bowl.
Taking shot.
Yeah.
Jillian's already signaled that they're one down.
Nathaniel Hoy's response. It's online. This might do something. It might get in there. No, just pulls aside.
But in a good spot. I mean, if anything comes from the ditch side and hits the jack, he's in a good position to reap the benefits of catching that one.
Coming in, it's just going to tail over the center.
Well, I think he's trying to get in the way there to protect Rainbow's bull. I think there's still a chance if Nathaniel chooses to come on the forehand, but
of course, every point is going to be so crucial in this match. If you get a chance to capture an end, you capture it.
Well, you've come this far. You certainly don't want to get too charitable.
Oh, and look at this from the hand, Nathaniel Hoy. And that is a beautiful bowl. And it appears he is holding now. That's a great final bowl, and they won't even measure it. Nathaniel Hoy puts the point up on the board, and this is a positive harbinger for things to come.
And you know what finesse from a 21-year-old, right? I mean, we know he's played in the junior ranks, and he knows tournament play, but he's up against some intimidating competition here, and wow, out bowling Carey there after Carey having a great shot.
And just in front of the tee, about 6 inches. 6 inches or so.
So we're probably looking at about a 30-meter length here. So a longer jack from previous.
First ball, a few meters short. About a meter and a half, maybe 2 meters. And Rainbow Lung's first bowl, more on the mark.
Very nice. Rainbow puts in so many hours. I mean, I can't think of a time when I've been here practicing or been in a league that she isn't there. And then when she plays 2 hours in a league, she then practices some more. So she just keeps it going. She knows these rinks so well.
And Jillian Poon's bowl, jack high, still needs a line. And interesting to see these two skips taking a seat at this point of the tournament. Maybe not quite as spry as they were at the beginning of it.
I think we can all say the same.
Oh, definitely.
No, I think it's important to, whatever energy's left, keep that in reserve. It's a long game still to be played.
This is looking good from Jillian Poon. Will it reach it?
Oh, it fell back.
Fell back. Just needed one more leg.
Carry indicates that they're still holding.
And there's a back bowl that Kerry Mans will not complain about at all.
No, directly behind. Great line. The skips are on their way.
So a bit of encouragement between Nathaniel and Jillian as the skips head back, and we will have the skips bowls for you in just one moment.
The Pacific Coast Open is brought to you in part by the Matheson Family Foundation, a registered charity organization. Dedicating their focus on community empowerment, the foundation is all about giving back and building growth in the community.
And Nathaniel Hui with the first skip bowl of end number 3. 2-1 for the rink of Kerry Mans and Rainbow Lung to start off this match. Taking a moment, filling up the top end of that head. Lots to get around, lots to get through.
Still a draw on the forehand, but Nathaniel is coming on the backhand. Just a little short.
And both sides having some issues with this length at the moment. It's coming around the end here, a little closer, not quite there, but could still. No, don't think it's 2.
No, I would say it's sitting in the 3rd spot at this point. And it somewhat takes away that backhand draw, unless of course he comes a little more inside and rubs off of Jillian's pink bowl in front.
This is Nathaniel's last bowl. And coming in a bit light.
Yeah, no, he wasn't happy with that. He slapped his hand there.
So holding one for sure. Let's see if Carey is able to take advantage of this situation.
Well, there's an opening in between.
It's
There he
looking
comes.
good. It might bump in there, and it
Yep.
does. The question is, did it drift too far?
Well, they got a favorable flop there.
Yeah.
Could be. I think
I'm going to have a look.
Rainbow's getting the tape measure out. Here we go. Jillian's going to do the measure. She's
So they settle on the 1 for sure. And the question is it 2? And they agree that
No, I think they're moving
yeah,
that.
they agree
moving
that that
ball.
one. Yeah, they agree that that one's not in play.
Not a contender. What was important when measuring to remove all the bowls that are not to be measured, just so you don't get confused. It looks like it's just a single.
A single point, and once again, it's just these are going to be really tight ends by the looks of it, and no one willing to give up more than a point or two at a time.
3-1 after 3. Our other semifinal match, still in the second end. The Taylors are up 3-0 over Alan and Vivian. I just want to take this moment to thank all our sponsors for the Pacific Coast Open. They helped bring this prize pot up to $15,000, and which of course attracted a great field of bowlers, 32 in the Bruce Matheson singles and 24 teams in the mixed pairs. So hoping for that kind of support for year number 2, and as we move forward.
And certainly grateful for their support, and I think this tournament may have given a lot of people reason to support it further moving forward. The bowlers have reacted so well to this tournament, and we can see from our YouTube viewership that the viewers have really taken on to our first live streams. So it's
No, it's been a great deal of interest, and we just hope that continues. And just keep in mind, all the games that have played throughout the entire tournament are there on the PIBC Bowls YouTube channel. So if you missed earlier in the week and there's some favorite bowlers of yours, certainly check them out and give them a look, and hopefully you enjoy.
As Jillian Poole delivers her second lead bowl. Appears to be holding at the moment. That one goes straight on through, but matches the back bowl.
That is T weight, so that's important.
And that was looking quite good for Rainbow Lung for a moment.
Yeah, the line was very solid. Yeah, just a little heavy.
Still a good position.
Just a quick update on the bronze medal match. The team of Alan Wass and Vivian Chan, big end in the third end, scoring 3, so tying up the match with Malcolm and Marie Taylor.
And now it's Jillian Poon who captures the tee. So our skips will trade ends, and we will be back in just one moment.
The Pacific Coast Open is brought to you in part by Robson Wine, Beer and Spirits. Taste and explore an extensive array of beverage options while in store that aim to surprise and delight on Robson and Homer.
Corey Mans with a lovely line here.
That one's going to tuck right in.
Well done. Crowd appreciated that.
Yeah, it was a solid opening for him there, and he took advantage of it like a great skill, the great draw bowler he is.
Nathaniel's reply. Well, just offline.
And can't repeat the same draw, but also closes that side off.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult come forehand now to make any difference. But he's Nathaniel's sticking to the
Yeah,
line.
he's coming in, and he
good effort.
tips both. Doesn't work out for him though, because
Yeah, he moved Jillian's ball right out of the way, so that leaves them sitting 2 now. Oh, I
Could
think
be-
that was 3.
yeah, it could be more than 2 at this point. Because
Rainbow tap 3 times.
yeah. And this will be a tough match to give up that many points in a single end. But we're not done yet.
Daniel has 1 bowl left to replicate that. Carry a little short on that. Still room for Nathaniel to draw in and maybe rectify what happened in his last bowl.
Nathaniel and Jillian talking it over.
We saw a great bowl from Nathaniel last end. Let's see if he can duplicate it here.
And it's got the line. It's going to come in. Well, it will cut Kerry Mann's possibly down to 1.
Okay.
So
just
they
draw.
did call it 1. So sometimes best offense is a good defense, and that's what Nathaniel Hoy was able to accomplish there by holding his opponent to 1.
Well, that's the general rule of thumb. If you don't think you can be shot, just give them the minimum, and that's exactly what he did there. Stole second position, giving up just 1. 4-1 after 4 ends here in this championship final. Just a reminder, the winner of this match wins $3,000. The runner-up gets $2,000.
So that'll be a pretty nice payday either way.
Softens the blow if you come in second.
And neither of these teams are thinking about second place at this moment.
Just a shout out to my grandson Kyrie. I see he's on the live stream right now, and have a great night, and thanks for watching.
It's always good to have friends and family on the live stream.
I'll make a bowler out of him yet.
That is no doubt about that.
Well, he is a soccer player, so we'll have to see. I don't want him kicking these balls. That might hurt. Jillian's second ball. hole coming in now. I like the line, might be a little light. Yeah, could have used a couple of extra feet.
And rainbow lung.
Working her forehand here, working her forehand magic. Little wick off her own, yeah.
That
That's
looked
nice.
all right, and now we have a definitive holder. And a little short. No back bowls from the leads, but lots of traffic out in front. Be interesting to see how the skips deal with this. And we will find out in just one moment after this.
The Pacific Coast Open is brought to you in part by World Financial Group. Let Derek Gann and Rachel Wong help build your wealth strategy. Your life insurance and financial service professionals.
One is the lead for Carrie Manns and Rainbow Lung here in the fifth end over Nathaniel Hoy and Jillian Poon. As Carrie's opening bowl taps his leads bowl just a bit closer.
Nathaniel forced to go to the forehand as the backhand is somewhat taken away. See if he can weave his way through, but yeah, not enough weight and offline there to cross the center line pretty early there.
Carrie Manns with his second bowl. A little wick off of that, and well, could be two.
Yes, definitely. I mean, at this stage, it could even be three. Jillian's hole on the left is quite off to the side. Nathaniel trying to get in there, but once again,
short.
Yeah, he slapped his side there. He's not happy. One more to fix it.
And coming around the outside here.
Oh, Carey moved his own a little bit closer. There's a lot of points up there.
This is significant trouble for Nathaniel Hoy on his final bowl, and he needs to find a response here, or else
he's thrown a bit of weight.
He'll find himself in a bit of a hole if this doesn't go through. It's coming in. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. Oh, just misses the jack, but he almost pulled it off as he came through that.
That was a great effort.
Small hole. Great effort. We'll see if there's any consolation prize here with the number of points given up, but it's still going to be pretty significant here for Carey and Rainbow. They're going to pull out a measuring tape, and that'll just make it quicker to sort things out here. It's clear that Nathaniel's bowl is the farthest away, so they'll measure the other ones relative to that.
Exactly, yes. Right now, over in the bronze medal match, Alan and Vivian are 1 point up on Taylor's. It's 4-3 after 4 hands.
So, sure, there may be a fair amount to measure here.
I'm going to double check that one again.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Nope. Okay. And both of those for sure.
Oh, so looking like 3.
Yeah. So it is 3, and That is a solid end for Carey and Rainbow as they take a 7-1 lead.
All right, Jillian giving a little encouragement to Nathaniel, trying to, let's get back in it.
Yeah, it's
Early days.
About to say too early in the match to get down. And 7-1 is a deficit that can be turned around quite quickly and can also be pecked away at over time. So
9 ends to go now. Plenty of time to make this up. But that was a really interesting shot from Nathaniel. I mean, if he had hit that jack square, it would have been a clear run with it and still in the end. But just off to the side.
That's one of those shots where, yeah, you need the single, but the fair amount of audacity to go after it as well, which is what the great bowlers have.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you're either in or you're not, right? You can't play safe when you're down. You've got to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, and Nathaniel did that, and once again, as a young bowler, and that's sort of youth, right? I mean, why not? It's maybe someone a bit more experienced might say, well, okay, I'll just draw in and cut it down. But Nathaniel, hey, he said, hey, let's take this, let's make it happen. Yeah, well, so I admire him for that.
As I heard a young bowler once say, is that you can't really feel pressure if you don't know what it is.
Well, the frailty of youth. Good opener from Rainbow there.
Yeah. And Jillian Poon's second bowl of the 6th end. And once again, players are having, the lead's having a little challenge with the weight on these long jacks so far in the early going here.
Well, it's probably fatigue too, right? You've been bowling all day, and that arm's starting to get pretty heavy. That was Malcolm Taylor just asking for direction there over on the third another match.
This is better from Jillian Poon.
There we go. She found her weight. That was excellent. Yep. And as we always say, this game's all about adjustments.
Yep.
And you make that third bowl magic.
And the difference is one good bowl in the end.
And we're very fortunate for the awarding of the prize money here at the end of the mixed pairs. We will have Rachel Wong and Derek Gann of World Financial Group, one of our wonderful sponsors, to be handing out the prize money. So thank you to them for being here. They've been very enthusiastic and have been watching many of the games.
And look at this from Kerry Mans. It's coming in. Oh, was just trying to get on the inside of his Leeds bowl.
Yeah, if he was just a little bit more inside, he would have rolled off of Rainbow's bowl into shot. But certainly something he can work on in his second bowl. Nathaniel's countering though.
And this is looking good as well. Maybe he gets the wick that Kerry Mans wanted. And now they're holding two.
I think this might be a tit for tat kind of end here. I think we'll probably see Kerry come in and trying to do the same thing.
Coming the other way this time. and won't get around Jillian Poon's bowl up top. He'll pull into the side of the side of the jack, though.
Nathaniel coming the same side.
Little bit more weight, but it's in a great spot as well. Whoa.
He was just trying to knock Rainbow's back a bit more and sit for 3, but didn't quite get tight enough. So holding 2.
Kerry Mann's quick to deliver his bowl.
He's gone back to the forehand.
And this has a
there
shot
comes-
too. This has a very good
Yeah.
shot, and that's perfect.
Yeah, crowd appreciates that. Yeah, it's just the way the head's sitting. It's natural rather than trying to always draw. It's use the other bowls, flop in, and Nathaniel's brother Clayton has just come in to watch his brother play here in the finals.
Fine.
Hi Clayton, how's it going? Yeah,
Fine
got away
young-
from Clayton.
Fine young bowler in his own right.
Exactly.
And this will be a tough draw for Nathaniel Hoy.
Well, if he can do what he's just done before, come in on that same forehand, little bit of on the inside of carries, he can do the same. It's like rinse and repeat here. If we can make that happen.
He's coming that direction. Doesn't
Oh,
quite
no,
have the
it's-
line, though, that he had before, and so he will surrender a point to the team of Kerry Mans and Rainbow Lung, and they will go up 8-1 at the end of 6 ends.
Good end though. I enjoyed that. That was
Yeah,
some good bowls
excellent, excellent end.
there. And checking on our bronze medal match, Alan and Vivian still up 5-3 after 5 ends over Malcolm and Marie Taylor. $3,000 on the line here. All part of the $15,000 pot that Pacific Coast Open started with. We've given out quite a bit of dosh already today, and there's a bit of money still to come.
And the opening bowl from Rainbow Lung.
Kerry was calling it for it to hurry along, but didn't quite hear his beckoning there.
A lot of people talking to bowls in this tournament.
Well, I mean, Jerome Kirby from Winnipeg, who came second in the singles, he professes to be a bowl whisperer, and would often chase his bowls up the green and sort of pounce on it to try and encourage it to get that little extra more. But Will Hall prevailed in that match, taking first place, Jerome taking second.
A rare misstep from Jillian Poon there, as her bowl is heavy and goes to the ditch.
Well, it's always the risk when you're by the tee, 2 meters, 2 meters heavy, and you're in the ditch, right? And a nice place by Rainbow, putting it just behind. Kerry and Nathaniel and enjoying a few words there.
Yeah, good camaraderie between these players.
Oh, here's a nice response.
And yes, that is
Great adjustment.
that is absolutely the remedy to that previous bowl.
Jillian holding 1.
Rainbow with her final lead bowl of the end.
Close, but ending up with her previous bowl. I think she was trying to just push that back to it. But that's still wide open. I'm sure Kerry can take advantage of that if it's still open after Jillian's third bowl here. Jillian had one in the ditch, so it's she just has one on the green right at the moment.
And this will be jack high.
Okay, so it's just behind, so there's still a draw there.
Still appears to be holding one. So Man's coming in on the backhand here. Where it's very wide open, lots of space to draw in there. He just pulls up short of Jillian Poon's bowl that's holding.
Yeah, he got the great line there. All right, what is Nathaniel's coming on the forehand here. Possibly wanting to get in just in front of Rainbow's bowls in the back. Oh, no, he's a little too short there. Probably want to make an adjustment for the next one. I think Carey's coming with a bit more weight this time around.
Definitely.
And it's going, just the outside of Jillian's bowl. I'm sure he wanted to be just inside that.
Potential opportunity for Nathaniel Hoy here, as you're holding one. I'd like to grab a couple more points though,
just
just
to looking
to.
good. Just stay.
Well, that could be.
I'm
could
thinking.
very well be.
I'm thinking. And he got the flop. Got the flop. Oh, here comes some weight from Carey. Look out.
Yep. Coming with power and right on through, takes
off
the
wall.
jack.
Good thing those pictures were taken down. we were talking about that earlier. Carey, known for shattering a few frames on the PIBC wall.
That was spectacular.
Well, I'm glad the umpire was aware and out of target. Oh boy.
Yeah, when you drive like that, especially in league play, you've got to let the other rinks around you know that the thunder is coming.
Yeah, that's true. And that's common courtesy for sure. Always when the running shot is being delivered, everyone's got to be aware.
So the result is that the jack has been respotted on the tee line, two meters from the ditch. However, there is a live bowl in the ditch as well, so that you need to be aware of. But Nathaniel Hoy can take full advantage of the situation.
So two shots to Rainbow and Carey. Ryan Bester, who's the World Bowls champion, he's a Canadian national bowler, and he won in it last year over Aaron Sheffield, or Sheriff, sorry, Aaron Sheriff. He's known as Master Blaster down under, but I think Carey can run that moniker for PIBC.
And the drive is a particular skill to have in lawn bowling, because the general train of thought is that if you're relying on knocking the jack around in order to score your points, you generally don't have a lot of control as to where that jack goes after you hit it.
Well, and that's the only time that you want to use that, is that you see where you want that to end and make sure. There was a provincial mixed pairs earlier this year at Granville Park in the summer, and I was participating in that with Cheryl Young from Stanley Park, and Kerry Mans was bowling in that, and he had a shot just like that, and he hit it so hard that it went up probably 5 feet, and if it was like 3 inches taller, it would have been going down First Street. Someone would have had to go left the green and run down the street to get that jack back. Not to mention, if a car was coming by, what a surprise that would have been.
And Our umpire heading down this way, safe and sound after that
Actually,
thunderous drive.
I think he's going to put some body armor on.
On the third bounce.
That was Darren Hutchinson from New West.
Said that he caught it on the third bounce.
And we'll have to go back to the back and see if there is a Kerry Mann's mark on the wall after that. But fortunately, it's concrete and on the other side.
Well, anyone who was napping ain't napping now.
Daniel is the umpire now at the other end, so I'm sure hopefully he's aware of what's coming next. Nice draw.
Nice draw there by Jillian Poon. Rainbow Lung still holding that single point so far as she delivers her final bowl of the end. Halfway through this one.
Quick update from our bronze medal match. The Taylors have made a comeback. They're in the 7th end, and Malcolm and Marie are up 7-6 over Alan and Vivian.
And this one long from Jillian Poon. Will it stay
It's
in
on.
play?
It's on.
Just on the edge.
So she's anticipating more magic from Kerry, I think. So let's hold the ditch. Let's protect that. So
And,
smart ball from
and
Jillian.
maybe clear out some of those fans from
Yes,
behind it.
I think the front row has all been has left the building. So let's hope the second row is aware of what's coming. Obviously, it's a drawable time, and that's the task. You know, when you're a bowler and you throw a running shot or throw some weight, and then coming back to draw, it's always a great talent because your muscle memory is fully extended, and now you've got to play a more finesse game. And you can see Kerry, a seasoned professional here, nice and easy, puts it in a good spot.
And Nathaniel, nice bowl here, just a tad short.
Yeah, he would have liked to have come a little wider with a little more weight. Could have whipped off of Jillian's to roll into the end for shot. How's that tee, by the way?
It's doing the job.
Excellent.
And it is actually real tea, I must add.
I never questioned it for a moment.
Oh, and here comes Nathaniel now with the power. And he connects with the lead bowl up top. Doesn't make a difference in the head, though. It's still Rainbow Lung's lead bowl behind the jack that is holding. But it does open up the top for potential draw following this.
Kerry with a very short bowl. I'm not sure if that slipped out of his hand or whether he's just trying to distract Nathaniel from throwing any more weight. He's loosening up that wrist.
Last bowl of the 7th end, or the 8th end, I should say.
Jillian's liking it. She's
This
applauding
is
it.
right on, and it's going to come in, and just a bit far, almost pulled it off, but it's one more to the rink of Kerry Mans and Rainbow Lung as they take an 11-1 lead after 8 ends. And Nathaniel and Jillian have it all to do now.
Yeah, it's got to, got to change their luck here. Halfway through the match. And we're just shortening up probably about 29 meters here, jack length. So we're keeping it relatively long. No one seems to have been interested in shortening the jack and playing a short jack.
No, with Rainbow and Kerry controlling the mat throughout the vast majority of this match, they don't see the need to really mix it up right now.
No, when it's going your way, yeah, definitely. Yeah, just keep pounding it out. If it's reaping rewards, why change? Yeah, I like Jillian's line here. Oh,
That's
well
a nice draw right there. And that's what we've seen from Jillian throughout this tournament.
Yes, takes the jack right to the tee and extending the jack length now probably to more like 30. Rainbow stumbled there a little bit. Caught her foot on the mat. But no hardship there.
Yeah, had the wherewithal to make sure you hang onto your bowl. Don't release it.
She's coming for.
Yeah, there was some intent there. Well, Malcolm Taylor and Alan Wass sharing a little laugh on the greens in their third place game. The Taylors up 8-6 on the rink of Alan Wass and Vivian Chen after 9 ends. I think they just finished the 8th end.
Yes,
actually.
I
Yes,
think they did. Yes.
a little better from Rainbow. At least it didn't connect with the outside of that bowl.
Yeah, that would have pushed Jillian in just a bit closer. Obviously, she would have been on the left-hand side of Jillian's bowl. That way, she could have wicked in. But right now, it's open. A straight draw would do just fine, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
it's a little narrow and.
Well, the line's good. It's
yeah.
just unfortunate to be about 4.5 feet short. Don't think we'll need weight this end
No.
at this point. I think it's just a straight draw here. We'll see if the skips can get in tight. Not used to being so quiet now. We've been used to having all rinks firing, and the crowd here is all very quiet and polite and waiting for some more great shots.
And other than Kerry Mann's thunderous running shot that woke up the crowd, it's really been a very professional performance so far from Kerry and Rainbow.
Yeah, another good job.
Nothing spectacular, just take the point, and limit Nathaniel's opportunities to get in there and draw.
Now, it seems to be a winning formula at this point. Jillian's had a steady game. Nathaniel has had just a couple of near misses, but some good draws as well. So they've been in the game, just not getting any results.
And at the same time, Rainbow and Carey have drawn when it counted.
Exactly, exactly. And that's the experience showing, right? Nathaniel looking a little frustrated right now.
Well, no one likes to play from behind, especially in a title match.
Yeah, Carey just putting the balls in. Just like coming in, checking out work, drop another one in there. Putting the pressure on Nathaniel. Nathaniel rethinking his shot, still on the mat. Here he goes. I think he's got an idea. Here we go. Some control weight here.
Yeah. Looking to break something up here. And connects with the ball up top.
Put Jillian's out of play there.
Mm-hmm.
Not the result he was looking for.
Does open things up for his last bowl.
True. That Carey bowl now is a clear target. And I'm thinking Carey's coming on the backhand, and he's just going to put another one right in there, just to be in the way.
And he succeeds.
Yeah, that blocks up the middle. So Nathaniel has to decide. I think this is gonna go straight
wide and to the ditch, hoping to come in there and maybe bump one of Carey's bowls, but just was not to be. And so it was one for sure. We're going to measure for the second. And
I think it's only one.
It's one.
Yeah.
But Carey Mans and Rainbow Lung continue an impressive run of ends.
Well, they're playing a very strategic game, as you were describing. It's just like, okay, we're doing what we need to do. We've got bowls in position, and sort of forcing the opponents to having to get them out of there, right? As long as they're keeping a bowl in shot or second, it's making them do all the work. So. Okay, we're playing to the tee.
Once again, don't need to change things when they're working.
Yeah, it's about 31 meters here.
So the 10th end and an 11-point deficit to overcome.
Beautiful ball.
Fantastic from Rainbow.
Let's see if Nathaniel and Jillian can finish strong here in the remaining ends here. Get some points on the board. Yeah.
Well, that's just fine from Jillian Poon. It's going to be enough to actually reach the jack. And it is indeed touching, so it'll get some chalk.
Excellent. And that's what we want to see, right? You want to see a strong finish.
Just the ability to see the form that these fine bowlers are capable of that brought them to the final to begin with.
Just gave a wave to Linda Ng, who was teamed with Jim DeHolke in the mixed pairs. A long-time team. They've been bowling together for about 7 years and have had some great success. Winning mixed pairs tournaments over those 7 years. We had a club tournament here celebrating Jim and Sheila Butter, longtime members of PIBC. It was called the Butter Cup, which Linda and Jim were fortunate to win. They actually won a tournament, mixed pairs provincially, and we're hoping to go to England to represent Canada. But at that time, unfortunately, I guess that was COVID, and Canada didn't send a team over. So unfortunately, after all their great achievements here, they weren't able to represent the country over in England for that year. But they have been a long-time teammates.
And previous to this, Rainbow Lung tried to break up the head, but ended up sending one of her own into the ditch. But it's you have that lead right now. It's kind of fun to take those chances when you can.
Exactly, and also too, she's holding second.
Exactly.
So why not? You know, it's you take advantage of those situations, and as a lead, you know, you've got a back bull, you've got shot, you're doing your job. And as I mentioned before about Rainbow, she is a wonderful, successful lead and very consistent, and never stops practicing. Even when she has an unsuccessful league game, she tries to figure it out. Like after the match, she'll go back and say, okay, I'm going to work this, and figure out the line that gave her trouble if she didn't have the greatest game.
Carrie will join her in the back if it's staying. No, it's gonna plunk.
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
Into the ditch.
Remember that game, Kerplunk?
I do.
Excellent game. Though it did have all those sharp needles, so maybe not the safest thing for children to play with. Nathaniel a bit off and light again, so he's gonna need to shake that off and get something in there, get some more points.
You know, whoever solves the mystery where a bowler can be completely on form the one game and then 20 minutes later, not quite so much. Anyone can solve that mystery, they would be the greatest bowler on the planet.
Yeah, but that's something to do with AI, I'm sure. And it's not a human. It'll be a robot of sorts.
Yes.
Well, isn't that what Arrow Bowls is? Same line every time? You know?
Same line every time.
There we go.
Oh, an unfortunate. Still holding, but still.
Didn't contribute to his benefit.
Being said, you still have to keep your head in the game here and keep an eye on every head and still look for those opportunities when they present themselves, because
Carey coming on.
coming in.
Oh,
shoot.
Just missed.
Shoot.
But, you know, he's just replaced Rainbow, so no damage done. One in, one out, as they say.
Yeah.
Still only one to Jillian at this point, with Carey's bowls surrounding or on either side, above and below. So only giving them one, and at this stage of the game, that's okay.
Yep, that's perfectly fine if they can afford to surrender one every end the remainder of the way.
Quoting a song by Smokey Robinson, "Cruising" right now. In our bronze medal match, Malcolm and Marie are now moved up 10-6 over Helen and Vivian after 9 ends.
Nathaniel Wicken, bumps up Jillian's bowl.
Not enough to contend, so just one to them.
But it's the first end they've put up a point in quite a while.
Indeed, and gosh, we only have, 4 ends to go now, and they're down by 10.
But they now have control of the mat, and it won't make much of a difference. They will.
Well, they have moved the mat up quite considerably.
Yeah, they have moved it up, and it will end up on the tee line.
So they moved it up 4 mat lengths. So that's around 29 meters. So not a great difference in what we've been playing so far. Just a different position on the mat.
Carey and Rainbow in a very comfortable position at the moment.
And Rainbow just, once again, putting the pressure on. Jack high, holding one.
And a nice ball from Jillian Poon, although
it's a good adjustment from her first
yeah.
ball. There's room for Nathaniel to work that back. The Rainbow says, well, I'll just put another one in there.
Oh, that's perfect. Look at that.
Wow, that's as close close to a jack without touching.
And see how Jillian responds.
Oh, a little over enthusiastic there, but deep in the head.
Yeah, still in a good spot.
Yeah. Well, what will Rainbow do? Will she mark the back, or is she just going to draw another one in there? Looks a little light.
And what's kind of marked this match as well, with this slow approach to points in every end that Carey and Rainbow's team has taken, is that you don't realize that there needs to be a sense of urgency at some point when you're just giving up one or two every end. That you don't realize until it's too late that you need some big ends and you need to go for the points.
Yeah, and Nathaniel's that kind of bold individual, so he's got to come in here with a bit of weight, shake up that head, get and wow, crashes on Rainbow's short bowl, and he's got to come at this a little bit differently. He's got to be a little more aggressive, I think. Carey just putting a bit over to the side, because if it does come in and he hits Rainbow's shot bowl, that jack's probably going to go off to the left, and Carey's got that covered now.
And looking to make some contact here. Oh, and he does.
But sadly, not really making a big change. He's still down at least 2, possibly 3. Carey just, looks like that's a counter.
And Nathaniel Hoy's final bowl of the 11th end.
He's moved to the backhand. Seems to be crossed. Oh, might get
a wick here off of Carey's bowl. Oh, and that'll be enough to score.
Yeah, good thing.
That's a nice response from Nathaniel Hoy.
And Carey just throwing his last bowl, not taking much time to think about it. Once again, wherever it ends up, he's okay. with it. He's only giving up one, but he's
Yeah, he
pretty close.
Yeah, he took a shot at it. Took a shot at maybe tapping his own in or even drawing on the inside there. So wasn't quite taking that point for granted. But it is Nathaniel Hoy and Jillian Poon's point as we finish up the 11th end. It's still a big mountain to climb at 12-3.
Looks like Jillian's going to move it about the same as she had it last time. She's about 4 mat lengths up from the tee. And we'll see how deep she goes here. In our bronze medal match, they have 10 ends complete with the husband and wife team of Malcolm and Marie Taylor are still leading 10-8 over Alan and Vivian. And we've just had a bowl from Malcolm, and he's looking to draw in on the forehand side. And it looks like he got shot from that. So well done for the Taylors. They've got, they're finishing their 11th end very shortly. So we're keeping pace with the championship match here.
As Jillian opens up the 12th end.
2 feet short.
And slightly better from Rainbow.
Oh, there's
and this is nice from Jillian. Look at that.
Beautiful ball. And notice that her first bowl flopped just as it was coming by, because it could have wrecked on that bowl, but it just flopped out of the way, opening up the path for that toucher. So, boy, tide is turning for them. Rainbow keeping to the
Rainbow
forehand.
is coming in though with really solid reply there, and not enough to remove it, but.
Just taking second spot.
And just sending a message as well.
Sure. You want that one? Go right ahead. Oh, good line. Just short. Rainbow, very graceful in her delivery.
Delivery practiced literally, I would say, hundreds of times every week.
Well,
maybe more.
Well, probably. She is a machine. She just keeps on going.
Jillian Poon holding as the leads and skips switch ends. Not far to go in this one. We've only got 3 more ends, 2.5 ends at this point. And you'd think at this point, Carrie Mans and Rainbow Lung have at least one hand on the trophy.
Yeah, it's a mitt of fingers for sure. Oh, Nathaniel has a nice bolt. Oh, the line was so good. Just short. Oh, dear. Really like that line.
This is rare from Carey.
Ouch.
Headed to the
Okay.
back.
Well, he was probably thinking of doing some knocking around, keeping something on there. And speaking of the trophy, this year it is a lovely plate designed by Victoria artist Jocelyn Pransky of Flow and Design Studio, as well as the cash prize of $3,000.
And we certainly thank her for that. Well, the money comes and goes, but that trophy is something that,
Forever.
well, it would at least last in your family for a while. And it's something you can point to at parties.
Exactly.
But
It's quite a nice piece. It's got a sort of a surf ocean rolling onto the beach kind of a look to it, looking down on it, much like our ceiling cam, our sky cam.
at the same time, I should note that the team of Carey Mans and Rainbow Lung could have amassed enough silverware in their careers. They could probably have a very impressive trophy room, while Nathaniel and Jillian are well on their way to building theirs.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I'm sure Carey's got a storage locker. I'm not quite sure how many sets of bowls he has. I think it's 20 or so.
Oh,
Nice try.
it was a nice try, and
Doesn't
no
change
damage
anything.
done. And
Still holding one.
Yep.
Bronze medal match. The Taylors up 11-8 over Ellen Wass and Vivian Chan. 11 ends complete there.
I should point out that while there is an hour and 50-minute time limit on this, we did start quite late this afternoon, beyond the original start time of 5:20. It appears if they want to get the 14 ends in, they will.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I don't. These games have been moving really quickly. There hasn't been any sort of delays. There's been no umpire measures or measuring of jack lengths. So yeah, I think we'll be well with under the allotted time.
It's just been the one umpire measure, but not of any significant time. And Carey Mans will just run it right past the head as they surrender one more after 12 ends. It is 12-4 as the result of this may be in place at this time, but
Well, we only have 2 ends to go, and 8 points to be made up. So, I mean, it's doable. It's not impossible. We'll just have to wait and see what the team of Nathaniel and Jillian have left in the tank here. But when you're wanting to make a chunk of points, it's everything to the back. Nothing in front, everything to the back, so you can move that jack to your pockets that you create. And no doubt Rainbow and Carey will be doing their best just to mark each bowl to sort of take away that opportunity of any large scores.
Jillian Nathaniel must score at least 2 points.
See, this is not going to help the cause. Coming up 2 feet short, that's almost 2.5, 3. They have to be deep now. Holes in front aren't going to help you at all.
So they must score 2 points or more in order to make the 14th end necessary in this match.
Alan Wass just woke me up there with that controlled weight that just crashed in front of us there. Unfortunately, he didn't hit the mark. So there are a number of Taylor bowls in the head right now. It could be a big end for Malcolm and Marie Taylor. If Alan's got 2 bowls left, I'll brace myself for the next one. Oh, I think he's coming heavy. He's indicated that there's going to be weights, so
Prepare for a bang on rink 3.
There's going to be some noise. Yeah, Malcolm's got, the Taylors are sitting 4 right now.
Should we duck?
Well, I'm going to hide under this monitor here. He's cranking it up. Here it comes.
Okay, well.
We might be on. Oh, it just swung. It was maybe inches away from taking the jack back. It was very close.
Meanwhile, in the game we're covering right now.
I'm taking cover is what I'm doing.
And once again, Poon short in this situation where they certainly need multiple points if they expect to mount any challenge left in this.
That's unfortunate because, yeah, as we've just said, too short like that is not going to contribute to a multiple point end. And Rainbow's just going to come on the backhand and probably just, there we go.
Yeah, just draw right in. So it might still be a little short, and Poon may still be holding that.
But once again, it's only a
point.
Only
it is
a
one.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
and even if they get the 2, it means a perfect end for the 14th end in order to force a tiebreaker.
And we've not seen any of that throughout the tournament. We've not seen a perfect end, which is, of course, I don't anticipate to. I mean, it is a rare feat. Once again, I know you've accomplished that.
Oh, you haven't?
I do not hold a Bulls Canada pin that states perfect end. So I bow to your skill set.
I wouldn't go that far if anyone's seen me bowl. But.
And Nathaniel falling short too. So yeah, it's it looks like the tank might be a little on the tap side here.
And let's take a moment that
Alan Watts did not able to, with his last bowl, break up that. So some big points for Malcolm and Marie Taylor here in the 12th end in the bronze medal match for 3rd place. Yes, Alan not looking very happy.
Good draw by Nathaniel, and that might be enough for 2. Maybe.
Well, Carey throwing his second bowl.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? He's coming for
His
it.
head's nothing.
Nice. Taking one out.
Taking one out, and that is enough at this point.
Chipping away.
And that is just a testament to the skills that Carey Bands and Rainbow Lung have brought to this great final. Just a solid workman-like performance, making the shots when they needed to make the shots. But there's Nathaniel Hoy tucking right in there.
Yeah, I think he's got 1-2 there, and with one bowl to come from Carey. But it's a clear draw, right?
Yep.
So, and there's not enough time
there's
left.
not enough time left.
So this game is over. We have our champions. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, wait.
What is it?
Nathaniel's coming down.
Everyone's quickly getting their calculators out, doing the math.
Yeah.
Rainbow waiting to see what's decided.
The question is, well, they've removed a bowl.
Oh no, we're going to go to the. We're going to play it.
Okay. I mean, the math is still there, but it is just math at this point.
It's just math. You just say it like it's so easy. Carey's throwing his bowl in.
Yeah.
So we will finish the match. We will play a complete 14 ends.
Well, at least finish this end, which was sort of the question here.
So 12-6 after 13. a perfect end awaits Nathaniel and Jillian. So there we go.
Yeah, a little smile there between Carrie and Nathaniel as Nathaniel wants to finish this off.
And you know, why not? Why not? Let's finish strong as we talk about. And looking over our bronze medal match, they are still in the 12th end, and Malcolm and Marie Taylor scored a big end. They are up 16-8. They've doubled up on Alan and Vivian Shan at this point.
So, two other bowlers who have had excellent tournaments, both on the singles side and the doubles side.
Indeed, indeed. Both Malcolm and Alan were in the singles.
Alan walking away with 5th place money, as I recall.
Yeah. Where's my notes? Yes, he did. You're quite correct. As did Rainbow. So it looks like Rainbow will be having to pack a couple of envelopes home today.
Always a good feeling.
Yeah, Nathaniel's just saying, bring it on, bring it on. Let's fill this head. Come on.
Just pretty much the only strategy to play it out is to have fun and do what you want to do at this point.
And you're relaxed. Yeah, pressure's off.
And sometimes you see some of the most creative shots in these situations. Jillian Poon's also had an excellent tournament. Been very impressed with her draw game throughout.
Yes, she is a really, really strong draw bowler. But once again, it comes down to playing on this unique rink, which is sort of half rink 4, half rink 5, and you're playing on a whole new line. And all the work that you've been practicing with on the regular rinks 1 through 6, you know, we've now cut it in half. You're playing on a whole different line, and you know, the experienced bowlers who've played these championship rinks are the ones that excel. Both Jillian and Nathaniel are new to this championship rink, so I can understand why it might be a struggle for them to have figured out the line and that sort of thing.
But the experience now is there, and pretty sure these two will be back.
Oh, definitely. I mean, look at they're finishing strong, and look at, she's got 3 nice bowls all around the jack.
Here comes Rainbow with her final bowl of the match.
And joining the party. Not the tightest, but still, as you said, it's a lot like a practice head, you know, right now, just doing your drills. And the forehand is gone. Can do some knock-ups, but the backhand is open.
We'll see if the skips take advantage of this situation to have some fun here.
Yeah, why not?
It's an opportunity to maybe take some of the high-risk shots that you wouldn't normally do in tournament play.
Yeah, Carrie not wasting any time. Just getting those bowls, just get them rolling, get this over with, and because it doesn't look like a perfect end is setting up.
Well, it's hard to have a perfect end when you have that first one up at the top. So, mind you, they're holding 1 at the moment.
And that's what they've been giving them for the last couple of ends, is like...
This boy's out there.
And some weight from Nathaniel. And
took one out.
yeah, takes out Rainbow's bowl in the back. Might have improved their position a little.
George Cubas, head umpire. Just letting them know that a 6 is out of the question at the moment, so you can quit anytime you like.
Yeah. And Nathaniel and Carrie have shaken hands, but looks like they're still going to deliver their final bowls.
Yes, they're going to finish it up.
Final bowl of a great tournament from Nathaniel Hoy. Not the result that he wanted, of course, in the final, but a great performance and a great experience for him and his partner, Jillian Poon.
And as you said, there's bound to be more to come.
And
We have
that will do it.
We have our champions.
So Carrie Manns and Rainbow Lung capture the inaugural Pacific Coast Open mixed doubles tournament, or mixed pairs tournament, I should say. And
They will be enjoying a prize pool of $3,000. And the runner-up, Jillian and Nathaniel, they'll be splitting $2,000. And the Taylors have come out on top. Malcolm and Marie will be taking home the third place prize of $1,400. And Alan Loss and Vivian Chan a tidy sum of $900 for fourth place.
Carrie Manns giving his partner Rainbow Lung a big victorious hug here at the end of things, and much to celebrate for those two as they capture the $3,000 grand prize, and pretty much brings an end to what has been a very successful tournament here at the Pacific Coast Open, the first that we've held here at the Pacific Indoor Bowling Club, and certainly a sign that better things are to come.
And yes, we've had great support from our sponsors, and from what I understand, they're all very happy and are anticipating that they'll be back next year.
And many of the bowlers have expressed their excitement about this event, and as we can tell from the response that we've received from the viewership of this live stream, which has far surpassed even our most wildest expectations, I must say. We are just amazed with the support that we've received from all of you, and you know, this is something we need to do again.
Well, hopefully you and I can come back as well. Maybe the last guys. We'll see.
Excellent.
It's been. I just want to say, Bill Curry, that this live stream piece is virtually your baby. You've put it all together, setting up the cameras, and you've done a wonderful job. And I want to shake your hand and say, good on you. Well done, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Rob, and you've been excellent throughout this, and this whole live stream and tournament would not have been possible without the support of the board of Pacific Indoor Bowling Club, who came to me in July and said they wanted to live stream this tournament, and you know, together sort of walk them through what needed to be done, and they came with full-throated support and the ability to get the equipment and the expertise that we needed in order to make this happen. So we did this on a fairly modest, small scale this year, and who knows, maybe we can even scale it up from here.
Excellent idea.
Awesome.
All right. Well done, sir.
So this concludes our coverage of the inaugural Pacific Coast Open, with the mixed pairs final in the books. Carrie Manns and Rainbow Lung, our mixed pairs champion. And we'll leave it for there. We hope to have you again with us for our next tournament. Should also point out that if you're interested, we think there may be more streaming tournaments for PIBC in the future, but the way you can find out about that is to go to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button for @PIBC Bowls, and you'll be notified the next time something comes up. But in the meantime, thank you for joining us. We'll see you again for the next Pacific Coast Open, I hope. I'm Bill Curry along with Rob Berridge. Thanks for joining us, and have a great evening.